Gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Got him! Got him!
Welcome. This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella. This is Hood Talk, your favorite show. Let's go. Tell them what time it is. You know how we get down.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, rainy Tuesday to you. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube, Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. If you want to send him some love, there is the information that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. One other thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing, so just do that. But getting into this subject tonight, we want to talk about, are real men or blue-collar men unappreciated? Let's break down men that women are scared of. First, are real men or blue-collar men unappreciated? Well, I don't think that a term of what label the man according to their jobs determine the disrespect or unappreciation that they get. You know, I think that sometimes now men are just being kind of unappreciated simply because of things that we probably have faced or experienced with most men in our lives. So the comparison just dribbles down to the next person. So that's when we feel like we can do it better or without. So when we do have a decent person that's a real man, want to stand up and work, and the level of respect, probably isn't there anymore just from experience.
That was a pretty good take there. I think men are being totally disrespected, totally ignored, not knowing. I think women, ladies, and a lot of people, even other men, forget sometimes who built this world. And every time you walk outside in this world, who's steady building on it. And I think a lot of people, this is a show that I think it's been necessary for us to show that people have kind of lost their mind a little bit trying to do this so-called equality type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And truthfully enough, man was made to have a helpmate. But this is exactly what it means. Helpmate. It don't mean that equal mate. And life is not fair. And life is not equal. And that's all around the world, back and forth. And I'm gonna get into my little rant in a minute. I'm gonna show everybody love before I get into this. Okay. What's up, Adriana? Am I saying that right?
Adriana.
Adriana. Okay. Hello, how are you both doing? We are doing all right, I guess. You doing all right over there?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. What's up, Terrence? Terrence said,
Hey, Terrence.
well, y'all doing? We doing all right, big dog. It's good to see you up in that thing, man. She said, how you both doing? She almost forgot about me. Okay. She said, yes.
You got it right.
All right.
All right. You're
So
getting better. You're getting better.
yeah, me, back to this little rant a little bit. Let me take a little sip. Back to this little rant. Okay. I think people have totally forgot sometimes who built this world, who steady building. Every time, this my whole thing here. Every time I walk outside and I drive down the street and I'm looking at who building the streets, who building the buildings, who working on the houses, who making the houses, who getting, building your curves, your concrete curves, your all your little fences and little buildings outside that you wasn't naming. Mexicans, black people, white people, all of them men though, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You get a woman coming up there passing them some food, some chicken, and whatever. But the man is pulling up and building and throwing all this stuff across his back and working and breaking his bone, and the electricians that running up this. When the last time you seen a female electrician going up there, putting some wires together, hooking them up together, and what's name?
I haven't
Only,
seen it.
only on in the movies. We never see this. This is what I tell people all the time. It's the same thing when we get women talking about, oh, well, I know women that have babies in their 60s. But guess what? You can't call their names. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that wasn't named. Everybody listen. All these women that say, oh, yeah, he's women mechanic. Okay, call one of their names. Name them, tag them in this what's name, the roofer, do you know? The name? No, not the one you seen. Name the ones you know their name. You don't know their name. That could have been a he, she up there.
Not
You
a
don't,
he, she.
you don't know. I'm just saying. Everything that look like a woman ain't a woman. So if you don't know their name, you don't even know really. This might be a imposter. I'm just saying. What's up, Nina? Up in his house, up in his thing.
What's up, Nina?
Yeah, but you feel what I'm saying? I don't want to get off on the wrong tip a little bit, but it kind of bothered me. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was, oh yeah, this equality and this, and I'm like, man, ain't nothing equal around here, because even when you look at, and we sit up there and we say, oh, don't nobody want to work, the young dude don't want to work. What we talking about is a lot of um single woman kids that we talking about that don't want to. Ain't nobody hang. I'm just telling you. Women come out there and I got a strong black mother that go out there and shoot. She in her 70s right now. Go out there, mow the yard, go exercise, and go down the street and get on her elliptical and all of those stuff. I don't give, what's name. But listen, what happened when it's time for real work? Even my mama called me or somebody over there to do real work to her house or her yard or whatever she got to do. That's moving something real hard or real big or something. Women got to realize They not built like us. I never go to the gym and see a woman with 3 plates on the thing. If we talking about equality, we got to look at it all around. You ever went to the gym? You seen a girl on there? Cling, yay!
And
Yeah.
there was one that had a couple, but she was a bodybuilder.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Even them bodybuilders, they don't have the 2 big ones.
Oh no, I didn't see her lift like the men, but I saw her.
It be the 2 small ones. It be the 225s. It don't be the 245s. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. I'm just really, even bodybuilders, they live lighter. They just live certain kind of ways to get what's name. They don't, even the women that's taking all kind of steroids, they don't live heavy. I done been around them. When I used to go to the gym every day, I used to be around women, the women with all the muscles, they be right there with everybody else with 10 pounds. Yeah, press it out, press it out, press it out, press it out. Highs they might get at 25. Nah, you ain't never seen no woman around there with 70-pound weight. That's called equality. If we want to get into equality, we got to go all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Why women don't play basketball? It's not called the male NBA. It's called the WNBA. It just means National Basketball Association. It don't mean it's just for men. Why don't no women play in there? Because
They have the WNBA.
Only the best of the best can play in there. We done seen the WNBA. We done seen how many times it take them to make a layup. We done seen them miss slams and this and that, because ain't but by about 6 or 7 in the whole WNBA that can slam. Everybody, even Stephen Curry, almost the smallest dude in the NBA, slamming. John Morant jumping over people.
I mean, I don't think that there is a problem with some women having same interests as men. Like, there are women that are interested in playing football, but just because the way that our bodies are actually built, not how our mindsets are developed, I don't think that women should play football with men. They are much stronger. So if there's a woman football team, then okay. But I don't think that just because she's interested in playing football, that she should entwine with men and feel as if she can take a tackle from a man than a woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with having an interest like a man of sports want to play, but no, I wouldn't say mix the women and the men in the same sport.
Hello, Rhonda. Rhonda say, hello, everyone. I'm live from my vehicle, eating Popeyes, waiting on this rain to stop. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Rhonda, with that Popeyes commercial.
What's that, K? You feel like I'm still, hey, no. See, this what I told my boy, Lil Ruben, last night, I think. You can't be hating because you telling the truth. See, that's the problem. We got a problem with somebody telling the truth. Me, get your lie detector out, Kay, and detect how many lies I done told so far. That's what you do. Get your lie detector out and say, and see how many lies I done told. See, that's the problem. Everybody want to sit up there and say, you hating, but don't nobody want to call you a lie. Call me a lie. Don't just tell me I'm hating. Say you lying about these. That ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Tell me something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that I don't ride around every day and see 3,000 lawn service and never see a girl in a day's time on one of them. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And I done seen women go out there and mow a yard.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen, you know, like I seen a woman a couple years ago. I think she had like a station wagon thing. She was cutting yard. I ain't seen her out there lately. I believe she's quit and got her a regular job and got her some business. She probably said, you know what? You know, sometimes people realize it's just like a dude. When a dude, sometimes they go out there and get some hard work, and then sometimes they go find an easy job, and they be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna let the other thing go. You know
But you
what I'm
know,
saying?
I've seen like couples, you know, working together. I've never seen the woman weed. I've seen her on the riding mower.
I have. I have. Because I do
Oh
it
no,
so much.
I'm saying like with the company. You know, I've seen it with the
Oh,
company.
nah, I ain't never seen with a company because you know what?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a company mean you got to do more than 1 yard. Got them. See, women can get out there, they'll tell 1 yard. But see, when you work for a company, a 1 yard is just a start. That's a warm-up yard. And there's a difference. And when you're warming up doing one and you got 15 more to go today, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to, what's name? Because when I was hard at it, I think the most yards I done did in a day, I think I counted one time, I think it was like 22 yards. So just imagine that me and just one other dude, 22 yards in one day. You know, some of them was, you know, smaller yards, um, around the same little area, which is better for a joker. Like if I got, you know, 8 on 1 street or something like that, boom, you know, that's better. But what I'm saying is women can sometimes brag on the on the cutting of a yard and don't realize when you get out here and you trying to own a company, it's not one yard in the morning when the shade out there and 1 yard in the evening when the shade out there. No, it's the other 15 in the middle. All through sun, heat, 100 degrees, whatever, all day long. And you take a swig of water and keep on going. You know what I'm saying? See, a
Like
lot of
I
people,
said, everything not built for everybody, you know.
I'm gonna tell you, uh, a dude that used to work for me one time, rest his soul, he got killed a while back,
Mm.
a tragic accident. I talked about it on the show one time. But I remember he came to the job one time. This is the first time I had seen that. He had one of the water bottles on his back, and he had the little thing around in his mouth. You know, he was sucking up water while he was weedy. I was like, man, they is getting, you know, but I don't even see too many dudes doing that now. But see, people don't realize when I know that you ain't ready for this life, when I see somebody out there and they mow in the yard and every time you turn around, they run and grab them for the water, grab them for the water, grab them for the water, you know, and you ain't finished with 1 yard, you ain't,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't ready. You ain't even in this league. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you say, you know, from high school, college, and pros. Oh well, you got semi-pros and then you got pros. Uh-uh. I'm in the pros when it comes to somebody that's grabbing that bottle of water 3-4 times on 1 yard. Listen, you can grab a sip before you start and a sip after, but all that old sipping all through there, because you know, half time like that, especially if you drink that, you might catch a cramp or something, too much water. But
Yeah.
some people just have a natural, if you stay out there enough, you know, it's like your body get used to this kind of weather
Yeah.
and used to, you know, doing certain things. And I know from being out there that I'm able to do a lot of stuff that the normal person that just get out there and try to cut a yard or think they can just roll with me one day and think they gonna be able to handle the whole day. Nah, I'm not even finna put that on somebody. I'm not finna send nobody to the hospital trying to keep up with me. So I'm just telling you,
Well,
you got to be built different to be able to handle certain loads. And people don't understand how much me and my partners, go to the gym and stuff like that. How many long walks I had to get my body pressured to, handle this type of regiment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think, it's just like a joker go out there and do roofing. A lot of people think you can just get out there and slang a pack of shingles across your and run up a ladder 4, 5, 6 times. No. When people ain't doing, I done seen the little youngsters and everybody that they first time doing whatever. Oh, they'll catch a hissy fit, they'll cuss you out. Oh, because it's something different. Somebody trying to pressure you to speed it up or whatever, because somebody who normally do it is nothing to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But somebody who's just trying to do it and man, I just brung one up the ladder. What's the golly? And they so busy, just getting it done. It's just so much stuff that you have to do that people ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? And most women would never be ready for certain kind of stuff. And that's what I say. Like you said, women bodies are not built for a lot of things that men built. Like I say, when you go to the gym and you see a man doing 20 pull-ups, you ain't gonna go to the gym and see a woman doing 20 pull-ups. If a woman do 3 or 4 of them, she done did good.
I know if I can do 5 of those, it's like a seat where you pull your body up like that. Man, that stuff have your whole body sore. I've seen somebody just do about 100 of those just like that, But me, I squeezed out 5, and I'm like, God dang. It's like a chair you sit in. You picking yourself up,
Yeah. It's like it's just like a that's right there. It's like it's an ab chair.
Yeah.
But what it is it takes reps. Like you can't, like your body can't just go do something different and expect it to just keep on being able to do it. That just ain't what it.
Unless you continue to keep it going. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you won't even cut my yard anymore. Hey, what it is I was doing too much. I was doing too much, and when I stopped cutting them yards, then and I never did start back like that. But when I stopped cutting them yards, then I had a what you call that thing in the lower back, the sciatic nerve. I had a sciatic nerve problem that put me down almost a half of a year, and I had to let a lot of yards go. And then I realized, okay, I'm by myself now, and I can't do. I just can't do what I used to do. So I bought me a bigger machine so I can do less work and get paid more. Oh, okay.
That was pretty smart.
You supposed to be able to pull up your own weight. Yeah, I did. I bought something bigger. And I can pull that weight. I'm just getting older. Now, only a fool would not realize that they're getting older. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody who can sit up there and say, "Oh yeah, I do this or I do that," but yeah, you got to be out your mind a little bit to not realize that you start getting back what's what you say? Put me back on the book. I ain't listen. I haven't started back with that. I just I got my family yard and a couple of and two older people yard that I've been cutting for so long, but I just ain't got the time. Working on houses and doing other stuff. I just ain't got the time to do it no more. I'm sorry to say, I just ain't got the time. I know I'm good, but I just ain't got the time to do it like I used to. Say you're lying. I ain't got no reason. Look on Facebook. The big machine on there now. I got a whole nother business I've been doing. Moving trash out of people's yards and stuff like that. But I done cut all the way down on the mowing of the yards and all that old type of stuff. But let's get into this topic. Y'all done threw me out the topic and stuff. And this again. Okay. Bam. We're gonna start out with the first one. Come on with it.
Men are not valued like they should be. Is that what you're gonna say? You feel like that?
Well, reason I say that is reason I say that is I think just like that, I think ladies sometimes just don't appreciate, hardworking men, blue collar men. I think half the time a lot of people are scared of blue collar men like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna call you with some cuss words. I think it's a you know how they say you don't miss a good thing till it's gone?
Mm-hmm.
And I think what happened is the men that was, men, the fact that a lot of men, a lot of young men are not able to hang around men, be around men, get that type of feeling, because when you're around men at a young age, you start walking like a man, you start talking like a man. And I don't think women realize when you don't have a man around real men, when you steady want to take them around people who's kind of questionable, you know, or people that kind of feel like I put it like birds of a feather flock together. So whatever you put around a person, they gonna get some traits of that person. And that's scary sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's scary because we don't realize once we put these bad apples and these bad people around our children, even if it's your family, you put them around your children, you don't realize your child are getting a little bit of them in them. I had to stop hanging around some of my friends that just wasn't trying to do nothing or wasn't, what's name, because I don't judge a friend because we have different visions. We can still be friends even though we have different visions on how we look at the world. But I refuse to let somebody that really don't want nothing infect me with that spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes a person don't want nothing and you hanging around with them, you're getting their energy. They don't want to do that. Oh, I want to eat this. I want to do this. And so you start eating what they eating, doing what they doing, drinking how they drinking. And now you realize you can't get up in the morning. You can't handle your business like you supposed to because you trying to hang with somebody who don't want what you want. Don't have the inspired dreams that you inspired to. And people don't look at it in that way sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you got to realize birds of a feather flock together. So it don't matter what you think. You're going to be judged by the kind of people that you hang around. You're gonna be judged by the kind of people you be around. That's why when you catch dudes and you catch people catching strays, and you're like, how my son get caught up in that? No. If he hang around the bad people, wrong people, if he know his partners rob and shoot and do all kind of stuff, and you hanging with them, you gonna get you might get their same action. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like whatever coming for them, gonna come for you too, because you with them.
Yeah.
So that's why I most of the times um I hang along because I don't want somebody else energy a lot of times because I don't know what this man doing sometimes when he not around me or whatever. And I don't want somebody else charge. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Cynthia? Up in the his house, up in this thing. Oh,
Hey,
and
Cynthia.
thank you, Cynthia, for them lovely videos that you shot of your papa. Okay. What's up, Miss Howard? Up in his house, up in his thing. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. But yeah, I think I think men are not valued like we should, like they should be, because women lost a little respect for certain men.
Yeah.
So what happened is when you lose a lot of respect for men, um, it's a trickle down effect because
Mm-hmm.
this what gonna happen. And I know women need to listen to this because this I'm going deep. I'm going deep down up into that thing. So when you lose respect for men, you know what you start doing? The men that you're around, you start disrespecting them more. You
Yeah.
start downing them more. You start talking to them a certain kind of way, right? So
Yeah.
while you talking to that person a certain kind of way, you don't realize another man that probably liked you or maybe wanted to get with you, listening how you talking to this man, and you done turned him off. So now he like, ooh, damn, she
And they my couple too.
man, cause she ever talk to me like that. Oh, yeah. See, some men don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
certain kind of way you can talk to one man, another man don't play that at all. And see what happened now, sometimes women try to fit everybody around them in the same box. They try to put
Mm-hmm.
all the men in the same box. Oh, all y'all niggas ain't like this, ain't no good, ain't do. Oh, y'all cheat, all y'all this, all y'all that. And don't most men don't want no nagging, no woman that not satisfied, never found nothing good in a man. Because if you made it to a ripe age or whatever age you is, and you don't have a couple of males that you respect, that means you attracted what you are. So even you giving off the wrong energy, or the people that would want to hang around you is people who's beneath you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the
Mm-hmm.
reason you able to belittle him because he don't feel like he shit anyway. So whatever you saying to him, he just take it. A man that knows his worth, just like a woman always talking about, I know my worth. A man that really knows his worth knows he's not gonna take certain things. He's not gonna take being talked to a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, a lot of men that makes other men look bad because they allow a woman. When I go to the grocery store, if I go anywhere, especially out in public, if I go out in public and I see a man's woman confront him in front of people and I look at him a certain kind of way because I
Yeah.
know she done already lost respect for you some time ago because that don't happen overnight. Don't
Yeah.
nobody just come and just start talking to you crazy. You know what I'm saying? She had already lost a little respect for you. So if you carry yourself like a man at all times, then she gonna respect you as a man. You feel me? But
Yeah.
when you start playing this boy world, letting her talk to you kind of crazy, listen. Sometimes a lot of men got to know how to this. I got to walk away from this because if a woman able to talk to you a certain kind of way, you either got to walk away or you gonna end up in jail somewhere. Because
Either way.
one day you gonna snap because it gonna get too much. It's the same thing with a woman. If you harm a woman or if you put your hands on a woman, one day she thinking one day I'm gonna kill this dude. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna bust cap in him. I'm gonna do something to him bad. And
Hmm.
that's the same thing a man thinking if a woman is sitting standing there beating him down. This is not going good up in his head. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is pumping. All this stuff is pumping. What you think about that though? I need a woman's perspective on a little bit of this.
Well, I agree with you. You know, a lot of times we have it where these women are out here and they are being very disrespectful to the men, you know, and they talk to them in a kind of way. Most of the time, it's the men that doesn't have much. And if some women feel like they have more than the man, or if he's relying on her, most of the times you have these guys that's relying on the women for her transportation, for their way of living. So some women feel like they can just talk to the man like that. Although if you don't have anything, but if you allow it to happen, you know, if you don't put it, you know, straight in at that particular time, it's gonna get worse. You know, you letting them know that they have this dominance over you. They're gonna take full advantage of it and put it in every area of whatever relationship you both have.
Yeah.
So you give a woman that much control, yeah, we're gonna run with it. It's the
Shouts
truth.
out to my boy Rizzo, one of my day one partners from back in the day, back in the Giz app. Still pumping that good music out. That boy can spit fire. You gonna have to make me a song, man, where I can put it on this thing too, man. You know, make me something, where I can play, you know what I'm saying, like this here. Yeah, we're gonna have to get together on it though. Um, yeah, but yeah, like I said, I just feel like the level of respect has went way down, and it's warrant sometimes. And the reason it's warrant because what's happening is a lot of this is men that are raised, sometimes raised by women are too emotional. You know, I thank God that my daddy instilled stuff in my life because, you know, at one point in time, I was around my mama way more than my dad when they got a divorce or whatever. And you can start getting too emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and I'm glad that I was able to, kind of grow out of type thing. And you get around men, and in the '80s, well, in the '90s, early '90s, you had more of people that was, trying to tell you how to be a man. You had people that, you had a lot of dudes had their own houses that be like, hey man, real men don't act like this. They break it down and this and that. And you had more role models. We had more people that we could be around and get the game. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
A lot of men don't cause see, let me tell you one thing, they don't come outside for one thing. So they're not able to come outside and be around men. They don't go to the park. See, back in the day, half the children spend half their time at the park, at the gym,
Yeah.
basketball, or being around Older guys hit the basketball thing. Oh man, don't do all that. Stop all that crying. All this and that. All the big boys got down here. Oh, this and that. It was a pecking order sometimes. Like everybody got picked on, but it was all right. It made us stronger.
Yeah.
Like this. What don't kill you make you stronger.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing here. And this is what people don't realize. Why do cats just around your house? And why do lions, puppies, and stuff play? They play because that's their preparation in fighting, in hunting. You see cats, they be playing, run around playing. Next thing you know, they be sneaking up on crickets and everything around your yard and pouncing on them and all kind of
Mhm.
stuff. This is how they learn. So when you don't let them play with others and learn how to, get the game and all that old type of stuff, you're limiting them something. You limiting them from the world. And then you making you wondering why they can't get along with certain people and all they can get along is just with their intermediate family. It's
Yeah.
because you done limit them to their family. And then when they get a little older and they have to be around real people that don't get a natural love for them, they die because they don't know how to deal with people other than their family. They
Yep.
feel like they talk to them crazy. They feel like they can do this and do that. And you got to realize when you out here in the streets with people who don't have true love for you, every word you say can be your last.
That's true.
Now, now I want you to throw some on that fact.
This one, men are not valued like they should be.
Yeah,
Well,
on that fact that I just said about being out there in the streets, and have you ever kind of seen a dude, a youngster out there in the streets, and you knew he wasn't ready for it, but you seen him go out there and you seen him get either locked up, killed, or something like that because he wasn't prepped for the streets.
well, this is the thing. You see it all the time. You
Mm,
know, you have, first of all, you have us as women, like me, for instance. I
mm,
can't teach my child a lot of things that I don't know. I
uh-huh.
can only teach them what I heard, when it comes to the street. So a lot
Right,
of times these kids learn things as they go. And most of
right,
this pressure come outside of the home. It comes in the school. First thing you know, you see these kids, they want to introduce you to bad habits, things that they do or what they've seen. And then if you always shelter the children, when they get out there and see it, they want to just be curious. Curiosity kills the cat, both
right.
boys and girls. That's how a lot of young ladies get caught up in society with experiencing sexual things early because women are not sitting down talking to these girls about saving yourself, or if you go out here protecting yourself, you just sheltering them or holding on to them, think you're protecting them from boys. You can't talk to this boy on the phone, or you can't go here with this boy, you can't go over here because this boy there. That's when you have these girls sneaking. They start manipulating the parents so they can be around this friend because they know at this place they can move different. So that's how a lot of people be. They get curious because you shelter them so much and hid so much from them, what you should be exposing and telling the children, about what they
Yeah,
possibly can face in life.
I I like how you said that because when you said about the sheltering and things, and I had to think about that. Okay, this the problem. Sometimes, even with women, you need to let them be around boys at a younger age, at least be around them. So they'll know how to act around boys and at least, you know, Back in the day when boys and girls played outside, they could go out there, be around boys, this and that, but then they could still go over here, play with the girls over here, and the boys go over there and play with the boys over there and be like that there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now you got these commercials where, you know, they trying to turn the women into boys. They trying to make them feel like they need to be playing football and all kind of stuff, which we know women have thinner bones. They will break early. They throw legs, thighs, and all kind of stuff out of whack. Trying no, I'm dead serious. Like basketball, a lot of women that had to retire and never make it to the pros and you know and stuff like that because their body are not made for all that rigorous stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like we would love to feel like a woman like like these roller skaters. You remember back in the day we used to see the roller skaters go around,
Mhm.
people over the knocking them over the thing. Well, a woman's body ain't meant to be abused like that. You
No.
know what I'm saying? Like, just ask a woman, push her down one time, and say, "Watch her fall." And what the fuck? She gonna look at you like, but push a boy down. He just gonna be like, he gonna get up and push you down. You know what I'm saying? Like you push a girl down, like you got some girls out here that got this kind of rah in them. But then all you doing is setting them up to fail because you gonna set them up to make them feel like they on equal land. And once they get out here, they're gonna realize, okay, I can talk tough, I can be tough, but without this pistol, I'm just like what's name? Like you remember when Q was on that show? He said, "You win some, you lose some, but you're a
Yeah.
man. You're a man." That
Right.
don't pertain. Women don't think like that when it comes to her, getting into it with a man. They just think, okay, I shouldn't be able to hit you. You shouldn't be able to hit me. And that's how the world should work. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
in a great world, this would how it would be. But in the new world where we going and women trying to desensitize men to not look at them as women, is trying to make them look at them as equal, that is a dangerous thing. I keep saying it. It's dangerous to try to make men look at you as an equal because now when you hit me, now I'm not looking at you as a woman. I'm looking at you just as another person.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hit me. So what I'm gonna do if another person hit me?
Hit them back.
So what people don't realize is we got to get back where women can be women and they can have this other kind of strength. And it's called ladylike strength. It's like when a lady walks in a room, men just ordinary bow down in such a way because she is presenting herself as a mother, as strength, just like that. It don't take her feel like she can. Our grandmas didn't go around trying to beat up all the men back in the day, but they were strong.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody jumped on grandmama.
No.
These grandmamas fighting now. You know what I'm saying? These grandmas trying to jump on her. You go anywhere, any restaurant, any what's name. It's grandmas in there fighting, trying to pick a fight. We got to do better. We got to do better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I agree.
Okay, come on with it.
So what has men thinking they are not valuable? For one, I mean, if you think you're not valuable, maybe it can start at home. And then another thing, if you get into toxic relationships and you're not feeling valued, because a lot of times I feel that most men want to be needed. If you're got a guy in your life or something like that, you're doing everything, you don't need this man for much of anything but body pleasures. You know, what can you do for this man? Can you bring them peace? Can you even talk to this person? Can you have a conversation? Can you do quality time? What can you do, for a man to make him feel valued?
Oh,
Just like we like compliments and things like that. I don't think nothing wrong with telling a guy he's handsome or he looks nice or he smells good. Are
and
you doing a great job on your jobs you're doing?
that thing about how a man would think he's not valuable. Um, I had a thought in my head, and um, I remember why. I remember one man, and I remember why he didn't think he was valuable. Um, his mama beat him down, talked to him, talk to him real bad, like, oh, you shit like your daddy. Sometimes, oh, you ain't doing this right. Oh, you ain't doing this right. Oh, you need to treat that woman better. You need she all in his relationship. She all in his kids, this and that. And and the worst part about the whole thing to another man is once you been beat down by your mama, maybe even a grandmama, to see another man join in on the beat down, that's what hurts a lot of men. You know,
Yeah.
like watching a man jump in and jump on the male. But these same men would never talk that way about the female. It don't matter what she did. Oh, that's a female. Let her what's name. Well, at the same time, if you feel that strong about a female not being chastised when she do wrong, or if she do something what's name, don't get so hard on the male either. And I think that's the problem. Sometimes we have men out here that will get behind women to attack other men, not even knowing the circumstances, not even know what's name. They just know she a woman. You shouldn't even talk back to her, or you shouldn't even disagree with her. If she a woman, it don't matter if you think she wrong or not. Shut up, this and that, blah blah blah. It's not being a mediator. You being a dictator. And when you dictate that you don't care about the man's feelings, that's when a man starts feeling like he's not valuable, because men get beat on enough without seeing men that look like them steady trying to beat them down too.
Yeah. I mean, that's like in anybody. When you want your contribution into something or any work you've done, when you want somebody to recognize it sometimes, or when you want to thank you sometimes, like if you're doing something to help someone or even little work or jobs, just like cutting yards, do sometimes somebody say thank you? Although it's a job you're probably getting paid for, when you feel like you're valuable or what you did is important in this person's life or whatever. And I know what you're saying about when sometimes you get in a situation, you have men, and the guys may know that the girls are probably wrong, but they'll jump on the female side against the guy. I saw a video today. This guy trying to holler at these girls, right? Group of them.
Mhm.
So when he was trying to holler at them, all these girls decided they were going to try and rob him. They started running through his pockets, trying to get his money and everything out. So then
Yeah,
they start swinging on him. So he swung back on them. The guys that are filming, they go run over there to help the girls, like trying to get at the boy. He explaining like, they robbing me. You think they hit me? I'm not.
right,
So I'm just saying they see exactly what's taking place. And you know that the ladies are wrong, but still you go against the man. So I understand what you're
right.
saying. You have
They
guys
looking
that's
right
like
at the man. They were looking right at the man, seeing the
getting
man get
robbed.
beat down. No, I'm just saying, even on that side,
Yeah.
getting beat down by words,
All these
or by
people.
what's name, about women stepping out of line and going at them. And instead of the men intervening and say, hey, both of y'all wrong, or y'all quit it, calm it down, or whatever. No, they go exactly at the man, like he done did everything wrong, and you
Yep.
watch women antagonize him, push him to the edge, till he couldn't take it no more. And I understand, because I think I got a glimpse of that same video, and it was about 3 or 4 men ran up on him real quick.
Yep.
Soon as they dropped them
And
things
they
on the
sitting here watching everything
right, and they
unfold.
watching and laughing in the background. But as soon as he dropped them things on them, they want to run over there. Then no, stop pointing the cameras. Come on over there, break this stuff up, and stop being
Bias. That's just what they were doing. They
I
were
think
acting like they didn't
I
see
think
what
it's
was
I think it's
happening to
worse
him.
than being biased. I think a lot of men out here now is anti-men because they've been raised around women so much that they are becoming anti-men. They are really, it's men out here that's so hard on other men. You just got to shake your head like, damn, what did I do to you, player? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I sent a video to one of my partners, right? And it was a video of like women, and it was like, girl, I love you, sis. Girl, I'm down with you, sis. Girl, I'm down with you, sis. And it like, maybe 7, 8 of them, all of them sending shots at it, girl, be strong, this and that. And I said, you know what? I sent them that thing, and I said, you know what? You just the opposite of this. You against the men, just like this here. Because when you go out here and you think men are kind of down, they throw this persona. Yeah, I'm a man, and a man do this, and man, this and that. And then you the first time, as soon as a woman get to argue with a man, you the first thing, you don't care if the woman right or wrong. You run straight and defend the woman. Man, fuck the dude. You know what I'm saying? You just another type of dude to me, because like back in the day, like I say, we got to be honorable on truth. We need to start standing on truth. Just like what's name said, oh, you hate? No, that ain't hating. Telling the truth is not hating. And that's the problem. We done grown to hate the truth. We hate people that tell the truth. We hate people that call people out for their bullshit. And we call them because we don't want to hear the truth. We say they hating. No, that truth is not hating. Truth is just the truth. You know what I'm saying? You might hate the truth. So that means you hating because you hate the truth. See, and that's the problem. A lot of people hate hearing the truth, hate thinking
Mhm.
about the truth. You know what I'm saying? This same thing when a person maybe pick up something and they be like, you know what? If they got a drink in their hand and somebody said, you know what? You shouldn't drink no more. You done had enough. Like, fuck you, pay me another drink. I want another drink. They hate the truth. They hating the truth right there. If somebody tell you the truth, you hate to hear the truth because it's not what you want to hear. If somebody tell you, oh, you don't need to be smoking, why the fuck you care? This and that, they hate the truth. Everybody hate the truth. Everybody hate for you to tell them something positive. Well, what about you? Why you ain't got them? Why you ain't doing this? You ain't perfect. No, because everybody hate the truth. People hate hearing the truth about them. Anybody. I tell my partners all the time, man, you can call me out, you can tell me what you think about me or whatever. I can take it on the chin and I can understand it. I'm gonna try to do that different or better or something. But it's a lot of people out here hate to hear that anything that they're not um that they got a soft spot in. Like not saying, that you good at everything, but I mean, I remember when back in the day when people used to like when you told them maybe a weak point or something, they try to strengthen it. But now if you tell somebody something like that, they, oh, what you care for? Oh, won't you mind your business? You know what I'm saying? Don't put your business out here. Why the hell you on Facebook talking about, oh, I need to lose weight, I need to do this, I need to stop smoking. And as soon as somebody tell you stop smoking, you mind your own business. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell your business. I wouldn't have never known you smoke if you wouldn't get on this motherfucker and smoke right on the thing and all in the camera and all that old type of stuff. Then you get it around this motherfucker coughing, and as soon as somebody say, well, maybe you need to stop smoking. Fuck you. Fuck you. Motherfucker be dying before they change. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got to damn near be on their deathbed to change and do something different. And they wonder why black people going down so fast. Because we damn near got to be dying to do something positive. We damn near, that damn near got to threaten to cut off our leg to stop from eating a candy bar. You know what I'm saying? They be like, if you eat one more candy bar, we cutting off your leg. One more. So you saying it gotta be a whole. So you mean a half a candy bar? I probably, man, gone, man. You know what I'm saying? That's us. That's us. As soon as you talk about it, not all black people. No, all don't pertain to nobody.
Right.
But it's a lot of us that's out here that damn near got to be on the deathbed to change.
Yeah.
You can tell a joker all day. A joker can tell you 20 years, you know what? I need to stop smoking. I need to let you tell him to stop smoking. Man, mind your goddamn business, man. You know what I'm saying? I stop smoking. I can smoke. I can stop smoking when this is my favorite one. I can stop smoking whenever I want to. You're a motherfucking lie. I can stop drinking whenever I want to. You're a motherfucking lie. You're a goddamn fiend. And stop thinking you not. You're a fiend. If you can't stop smoking, if you can't see, people don't realize to be an alcoholic, it just means you constantly drinking alcohol. It don't mean that you goddamn it drink from a day, goddamn it, morning time to night time. No, that ain't what that means. All it means, you can't stop doing it.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's some crackheads that don't need crack but twice a week. They still a crackhead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people don't even look at it like that. They don't look at it like that. Oh, I can stop whenever I want. You is a goddamn lie. And I challenge every motherfucker that's hooked on something to sit up and tell me that they can stop anytime you want to. Use a goddamn lie. If it was that easy, you'd have been stopped. You already bad for you. So stop it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing we just got to realize. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to realize that ain't nobody perfect. But we got to stop trying to belittle people because they have a different ideal or a different way of thinking about something or anything. You know what I'm saying? People got to stop belittling people because they're not the same as them. We got to realize that a lot of people gonna die on the spot. You know, it's people that's good with saying, I've been smoking all this time. God damn it, I like smoking. I ain't gonna never stop. They put some tubes down in me. Somebody better not pay me a cigarette and light it. I'm still gonna blow it through the tube or whatever. Whatever. But I mean, but we got to understand is everybody, you know, like a dude told me a long time ago, a lot of people pick their own poison. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people.
And then it doesn't take it doesn't always, when it gets drastically, some people change when they see something gonna lead to death or drastic change in their body. They may divert and change a little bit. But
And
there was a
what?
guy that was what?
Guess what?
What?
And when people change for the best, they feel so damn good. When
So
people
much better.
when people were goddamn 300 pounds and they lose and they get 150 or something, man, they be like, look at me now, motherfucker. They taking 80 pictures a day and on Facebook and this and that because people can tell you that they want to live a certain way all they want. What Lizzo look like now? You seen the new Lizzo?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, Google up on your keyboard. Hit that thing, little Lizzo, her new look. Boy, Lizzo done lost that little weight and sit up here and Lizzo ready to do something. Lizzo said she been in the gym, man. You ought to put it at her new gym pictures. Or just pull up like that Lizzo new gym pictures. Look at her now. But what I'm saying is people can talk all day by how they don't want to do this, don't want to do that. But once they do it and feel better doing it, they feel just like some people that got the stomach surgery and some of these surgeries and they lose weight, they get the right pill or whatever, and they lose a lot of weight and this and that and feeling better by themselves, they feel good. And there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I guess that's now. We'll
You see,
see.
you see it yet?
I'm about to try and see. Let me see.
Are you gonna put on him?
I'm about to try. I think this is it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
one of them. How many days did it go? That might have been when she first
Oh
started.
yeah, that's probably when she first started because that says September 2024.
Right. But look at a picture of her now. She threw a picture up on there the other day. She smiling at right now.
Okay.
A Lizzo picture in 2025. But that's what I'm saying. You know, we say all this type of stuff, but we don't understand that it's a lot,
Mm-hmm.
a lot going on. Let me big us up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, but you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm saying about that. Let me get into this next one right quick. That the boom, bam. Come on.
Let's break down the different kind of men.
This gonna be fun. This gonna be fun because I done heard the alpha, the beta, the this and that, the red pill, blue pill, 8 pill, red, purple pill. I done heard all kind of men, the suave, the what's the name? It's so many. Um, like I rebel when people say, "Oh, it only two kind of dudes and three kind of dudes." No, dudes are like dogs. You might have dogs that might eat the same, pee the same, or whatever, but a lot of different dogs have the different mentality. You have lazy dogs, you have athletic dogs that run around all the time. You have all kind of different dogs. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens a lot. Women try to label all men the same kind of dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the other dog that sit at the house, play the game all day, this and that, don't go nowhere, don't do nothing, don't get in no trouble. Oh, people ain't got nothing to say about him. You know what I'm saying? But he still get complaints. You know what I'm saying? Oh, all you do is stay on that game. All you do is do that. But he right there at the house all day long. All that. People don't even look at it like that though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's all kind of different kind of dudes out here, and people try to always just put them in the same box, in the same box. Then you sit up here and you wake up one day and you say, you know what? That other dude wasn't so bad. I don't know how I got rid of him and thought this was a better one. You
Right.
know, you got women that do that. They be sitting there thinking and be like, did I do that? Did I fire that other dude? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Read that.
Because a lot of them have the same characteristics in this generation.
Yeah. Well, when I think about the same characteristics, what it is say you got the same haircut, you know, same we buy clothes from the same places, ain't but 3, 4, 5 places that sell the same clothes, jewelry, fads running a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta do, sometimes the new jeans come out, the new this, the new that, he got to have it, or like a woman, the Birkin bag or whatever, you got to have it, or the Gucci bag or whatever. You set yourself up to be a certain type. You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
Because
that's a certain type in people eyes. Do you think that make your characteristic change, or you as a person, because of your wanting or desire to be like the next person?
no, I think how you dress, and I think how you dress can reflect on how you act. Because imagine somebody dressing and they dressing see-through with nothing but bra and panties under that you can see through, and what's not. It gonna show, and it gonna act like that because men gonna, hey baby, this and that. She want the attention because you wouldn't have woke that if you didn't want the attention. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't realize what we dress like sometimes is what we are gaining for. We want this attention. Sometimes when we get it, we're like, oh no, I don't. But what? Why you wear that? Why you leave the house with that on? If you knew what kind of attention it was gonna start. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we try to fool ourselves that we're looking for something different that we know we're lying to ourselves. Sometimes we walk out saying, "Oh no, I don't like attention. I don't like attention." Man, damn, why just one shirt on one shoulder and the other shirt down under the damn near with your nipple about to hang out if you don't like attention? What you thought you were gonna get? What you thought you were gonna get with them 7-inch heels on? What you thought you was gonna get with that skirt just under your panties that you got to pull down every 3 seconds? What kind of attention you thought you was gonna get?
I mean, but that's the thing. If you're not taught on being a lady, then you just move how you think will get the attention you desire, right? I can give you a prime
That's what
example.
you said. The attention you desire.
That's what I'm saying, and I
Right.
mean it. I mean, and that's a lot of things that go on in people thoughts these days. We
Uh-huh.
do things that we desire, and
Right.
sometimes our heart desires are something we probably don't even need or can't even handle it coming to us. You know,
Right.
because just say for instance, if I walk in this particular place and I
Mhm.
know I don't go to this place. And if I
Right.
walk in, everybody there are gonna know that I don't normally come to this place. So you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. So just
Yeah.
say, for instance, if you're all the time half naked, posting pictures of your butt with your back turned, taking pictures so everybody know your butt, and you half naked. So when you do put on some clothes, you'll get so much more attention because they're used to seeing half of your body and your butt, things like that. So if you dress more conservative, you will gain so much more attention from what you usually do because they will recognize that because they're so used to what you used to bring.
Yeah. And people don't realize when you mess around and do the opposite, dress classy, uh, put a long dress all the way down to no, really. I'm just saying when you
No, I'm trying to see where this dress gonna stop. That's what I'm trying to see. All the way
no,
down where.
all the way down to the ankles. I'm just saying. But people don't realize, like, even when you cover up, it makes a man inquisitive. He wanna see what's under there. So so when you're showing everything, he can see. everything. He can see hell, he can see your little what you say, your tummy ring and everything. If he got a see-through shirt on, he's seeing everything,
It's just
all the
enough for
tattoos and
imagination.
everything. But guess what? He can also judge you off how you dressing, and you can lose a good man because the man that really would have hollered at you if you would have been a little more conservative, he'd have been like, he was like, oof, you know. She said, it still, it still gets attention. Yeah.
Yes, it
Uh,
does.
yeah, you get attention because men really like something different. If a man go out and he see with all the women half naked, guess who gonna stick out? The one that got some clothes on. You know what I'm saying? And women haven't figured this out yet. Uh Sometimes being classy or this and that, being different, not going with the fad that everybody else. Like when I go in a club now and I start seeing all the women that got, Jordans on or tennis shoes on, just be looking and looking
In the
and looking.
club?
Yeah,
Hmm.
they in the club like that now. So as soon as you see a woman with heels on, you be like, oh my, somebody trying to act like a lady. Somebody who didn't come here to fight. Because when we see women with tennis shoes and stuff, we just think sometimes that they come to whatever. You know what I'm saying? They ready to fight, shoot, run, whatever they got to do. But I'm just saying, you feel what I'm saying, though, Dom.
Gotcha, I got you. I mean, that's the same thing I was just saying, you know.
Yeah. So I think we sometimes, I think, uh, I think men. But let me get back on the subject. I think these different kind of men. I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole. I think the men that women think they like, they really don't want to be with. I think the men that women think they don't like is sometimes the ones they need. So I think a lot of women that feel like, because you have a lot of women that feel like they hate their relationship and I don't know how I got this dude and in this relationship, but it's something about that relationship that she's comfortable with. And sometimes a woman sometimes don't really know how comfortable she is with the relationship until she just sit back and maybe sometimes she's right there with herself, just chilling and sitting up there saying, hmm. But you'll catch that same woman with the ups and downs will stay with the same man 27, 30 years and happy. I done seen people that even sometimes complain about their old man, this and that, and they still post them up 10 years, 15 years later, still got them and, all right with it, this and that. But sometimes it's hard to know the value of the man you got until you get that sorry man. Till you get that man that don't work or don't pay no bills, or that the man can't even, get a car, keep a car. The man on drugs that's taking you down through there that you just about got to move to another state. The man that's abusive. The man that, it's so many different men. And see, that's what women don't realize sometimes. There's so many different men out there. And then once you put all these men in the same box, you really do. kind of corner yourself, and you don't realize, but you start attracting the same kind of men to you that you didn't want. And you can't even shake you can't shake it, you can't shake it with a stick because they own you. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine this. If you go to the same spot, you go to the same store every day around the same time. Okay. Don't you figure if you get out this at the store every time you get off at 5:30, don't you know everybody who stay right around there that get off around 5:30 gonna go buy the same store? Sometimes you see the same people every day. So what I'm saying is to want something different and don't do nothing different. It's crazy.
Mm.
See, some women want a superstar, want to do with a six pack, but they don't want no six pack. They just want to do with the six pack. Or or it's a dude that want a woman with a six pack, but they don't want no six pack. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of people that want things that if they had it, they would realize they really don't want it. Because a lot of women want a whole lot of attention sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I just wish you spent more time, time. And then if you got a dude that had plenty of time, that if he was getting a disability check and all he want to do is hang around you all day, you been man, on your ass on. I need some me time, right? God damn, don't you got some friends? You know what I'm saying?
You have somebody you can call and say hi
Right.
to.
And women don't even understand that. If you actually got exactly what you want, it might drive you nuts. If you had a man like I tell you, you remember what I say all the time. Be careful when you say you want a man to
I
love you to
love you
death,
to death.
because he just might.
I don't want that.
And you get
Please
that
don't
man,
love me to death.
and you get that man, and you be throwing rocks at his ass, running, riding down the highway. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. And and yeah, but what other kind of what before I get dive deep in there, what kind of different men you think it is?
I know that there's the alpha and beta males. You know, you often hear that in society, period. Then there's one, they say the omega male. That's one that's kind of strong, but he has like a rainbow style friendship.
Just I'm
you
sorry.
know,
You said it like that, Okay. I ain't
but
gonna.
in society they always say the beta, alpha, delta, things like that. But when we're talking about men, it's gonna be black and white. Either you strong or you weak. And that's just how we look at it. We don't go and try and place you beta, alpha, delta, omega, whatever. We don't do it. We just say either you strong or you weak. And it's according to how you let me handle you.
I like this question, this thing here. Read that.
She said, I think this why women staying single, because you never know what you will get out of these men. It's scary out here. So true. I
Yeah.
was just thinking that this morning. I'm like, I see why so many people be single the way that men are thinking these days. So you have women that um, decide to choose their peace instead of having to be something that will take away their happiness, because that's what they say. Women move on their happy
Mm.
space other than another person's space. That
Right.
you get in this situationship and you're in an unappreciated thing where you coexist. You still be lonely with the man. So a lot of people just be single.
And
So
then just like you said, I think a lot of people. I got to go back to this thing. I think a lot of women stay single, dealing with these type of men because I'm gonna hit y'all with a right cross right quick. Um, y'all created this monster out here. Uh, why men are so unpredictable? Because a lot of men are acting like women because they're around women more than they is around men. So a lot of men, you got to think about it. You are uh with your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, birds of
your
a feather.
environment.
Together. So if you're in a house with 4 women and you the only man out there, there's no man so you can look and model yourself after, and all you got is mama, grandmama, this and that, a whole house full of women. What gonna happen? You cannot. It's not like you're gonna get a lot of men and stuff. That's why you catch women trying to put men and little boys in football practice, soccer practice, karate, all kind of different things to get them around men so it can suck up something different than to just sit there and be around women. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's one of the best thing I think men has created when they started these little league football teams. I
Yeah.
think that has helped these young boys because most of the boys that play on these leagues, they have single parent, like they probably live with the mom or the dad or whatever. But anyway, them being a part of this structure, they got structure from these men, their coaches, and then they draw the family together. Like the parents, both parents want to come and see their child do good. You see so many fathers showing up. You see so many mother and fathers there together for these little league things. That has helped, in the relationships of these parents. That sport.
Mm, yeah. And I can agree with that because when I came up, I played football, played soccer, I played racquetball, played tennis, I played what that ping pong ball. I played um uh and I played a lot of basketball around the hood, whatever. So I feel like, and I took karate. So I feel like when you're out there and you get to put around, men all the time, because I think the thing about when I took karate, that whole thing with the karate was about him making sure that you control your strength. He made it known very much. All this karate we teaching you is for self-defense purposes, mostly. It's not for you to go on the attack. It's for you to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he said, with proper power becomes with the strength to be able to withhold yourself too. You know what I'm saying? To be able to scale back. See, the most dangerous of men in the world knows how to control their emotions and hold back. When you watch movies, sometimes the most dangerous hitman and this and that is the one that try to stop and don't go on the attack. But once somebody try him, then he fuck up the whole office. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Read
Yeah.
that.
But look at this generation of men. They're not raising the kids, so they stuck with the mamas, aunts, and grandmothers. A lot of men in jail all their lives. We don't have much mentors other than sports.
Well,
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna do this. The reason we have this generation of men now because a lot of stuff is not playing. It's not playing pregnancy. is not a planned relationship. Half the folks that get together, they only known each other maybe a couple of hours or whatever, and next thing you know, they having sex, they getting together, the lust, never building a character thing where they actually like a person, but because of them, something like that. And it brings out something different. You know what I'm saying? It brings out something different because this would never go meant to go that far. You know what I'm saying? This was either a hit it and quit it, or like I'm trying to say is a lot of relationships now wasn't meant to be relationships. A lot of people that got together and made babies wasn't in a relationship. They was in a flyby. I see you at the club. They went and hunched and they had a baby, and both of them was attracted to each other physically, but they probably didn't spend time with each other mentally. So we got to look at it. Even when you hear, think about how women are moving now. Even when a woman just hear somebody like Future or Boosie just say he want another baby, Nick Cannon, I just want another baby. He didn't say I want to be married, I want to be this, he want another baby. And for you to go out and just to have a baby by him, you got to understand that baby is not going to have him in the household with him. Just like Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton got about 14 kids too. Uh, they not. No, I'm just saying they not. Yeah, Cam Newton is 6'6", football player, whatever. I think he got about 14 kids himself.
He
Huh?
doing Nick Cannon.
You said I know Nick Cannon got about 14 and working on several more. I think Boosie got about 14. I'm gonna
Oh,
say
he has 8.
8.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I gave him a couple more.
You
But
did.
I think he was saying he wants some more children. But
Nick got 12.
and two
Nick
on the
has
way,
12.
and two on the way, don't he? Got 2 on the way, I think. What did it say?
I don't know anything about that.
How many Boosie have? Boosie up there too. I think Boosie got. I don't know. Boosie might get about
7.
huh?
He has 7.
Okay. But Boosie say he want about 10
Oh, he
on
has
him.
8 with 6 women.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
He said no active father roles for those kids, just money. Yeah. And that's what it is. And that's what's the stage of relationships now. A lot of women are getting, just like the Renner, or whatever,
Mhm.
what's her name?
Yeah.
That Dion put her in front of the football people to let him know this is not the type of woman you want to deal with. And now she's a Muslim now,
Oh,
you know.
really?
Yeah, she done changed her thing all the way around. She went from last year or something like that, last year, the early part of last year, to dancing on Charles White and all that stuff, and just done turned the whole Muslim this year. Because what people got to realize sometimes, when you going down the wrong road and everybody telling you, it does affect you, whether you know it or not.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Boosie active, and he want all his kids with him, really. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, Boosie would take all the kids in the same household more than he would like to have it how he is, because just like he fell out with his one of
Daughter.
his daughter and his baby mama behind it, you know, that's just something, you know, Joker just don't like sometimes. Like I don't think no man kind of like uh the falling out part.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Last but not least, let's do it. Read and weep.
What is the backbone of society, and what kind of man, blue collar man, and what is that? I think the backbone of society mostly are women. It used to be men, but backbone of society, because there are so many single parent homes, and a lot of them mostly are ran by the women, the grandmother, things like that. And now I see a take with the new leaf. There are so many fathers that are now becoming single parents. They are taking the children from the women. You didn't used to see that. Now that's taking place now in the new years that we are living in now.
Um, I'm just wondering, how did you come up with the women, the backbone of the family? Uh, because they have the kids, because uh, or raising the kids, because to make the kid into the man,
No,
or
when we're thinking about, you said the backbone of society.
yeah,
When we're talking about the backbone of society, it's the people that give the foundation support of family, the stability of the family, how they're leading their lives, their health and education, financially, things like that. So when you say the backbone of society, we're speaking about the society in which we live in, which
okay,
starts at home. Then you have teachers, you know.
okay, but when you say financially, we got to study right now that women are the most educated uh, people on this earth with the most debt on this earth, and men still make on the average of 4 more thousand a year than the women. Why is that?
What do you mean?
The women are more educated than the men, but if that education ain't leading to way more money, then what is it?
I
Men,
mean, it's corporate America.
huh?
It's corporate America. It depends on what area of work you're working in. Because you can take.
What I'm saying is, I hate to cut you out, but what I'm saying is, when you say the backbone, and what I'm saying is, the stats saying that women are way more educated, but still the men are making more money without being educated as the women. So basically, what it's saying is, you're going to college, but it's not beneficiary that's moving you past the man.
Well, that's not what you're saying. You did not say we're talking about stats between the income of men and women.
No, but
You no, you
okay,
clearly said the backbone of society.
no, you're right,
So,
but well, hold on. But when you said when you broke it down first, you
mhm.
said, well, that's what the people that kind of run it and making the money and doing this. And when you said making the money, it triggers like boom. The men are still making more money than the women.
Well, no. When we're saying we're talking about the backbone in a home, we're not talking about money wise. We're talking
Okay.
about we're talking about who out here are helping to provide financial security, stability, foundation stability for the families, things like that. When we're talking about the society, we're talking about most people in our world, right? So we're talking about individuals who support the family. Women are.
No.
They maintaining order of the homes. Most of them are women. Even if the man is the head of the household, he's bringing in the money for the household. The woman is orchestrating it to be the backbone of that home. Although the man is the sole provider for the house, she's maintaining order, or the role of maintaining order for that home.
No. And the only reason I say that, because maintaining order of a home is still the man's job. And the reason I say that, maintaining the home is the woman's job. Maintaining the order in the home is the man's job. See, let me tell you something. That kid, that woman can go telling them to do something. Now, Jimmy, sit down. Jimmy, sit down. Jimmy, sit down. Jimmy, sit down. She can tell him 1,500 times. He's still gonna get back up. That man say, sit down, Jimmy. Jimmy go sit down. And he don't play with daddy like he play with mama and all that. That's a backbone. That's that little backbone come down there that runs the family without what's not, because his when he say something, it actually means something.
But
And,
what if
and
what
it,
if the man isn't in the home? I understand exactly what you're saying. If the man is around majority of the
but
time, he doesn't have to say it but one time, more than a woman.
and if he ain't
Right.
in the home, and when he ain't in the home, and when he ain't in the home, sometimes the woman, just like when we watched the movie Boys in the Hood, when her son got 13, she couldn't do nothing with him no more. She had to go send him to his father so he can make him a man.
To
So,
his home,
so
right?
huh?
To the man's house. So the
Right.
reason why I have come with the outcome that women are mostly the backbone of society, because just like you said, some of these young men that are being reared and being a little softer because they're being raised by the mothers, aunties, grandmothers. So these men are our new generation of this society that's been raised by the women.
Okay. Let me
So
tell you.
does that give them a
Hold
backbone? No, it just
on.
means
Hold
that
on.
they were raised by women.
Well, let me tell you something though. But
I'm
these
listening.
same men that you talking about is the one that's destroying. That ain't a backbone. The backbone is the strength. The women that are raising these men are destroying what real men are even look like, because they ain't got a man in the household and they're not moving like men. You feel what I'm saying?
That's just like if you out here and you see a field full of trees. The wind come through, the weak one's gonna fall first. But it's still a field filled with trees. It's still there, right? Just like you see all these women out here raising these children, there are a few of them that may deter, come out, like you say, the ones that have problems or issues, but there are
Now the
still
statistics say,
houses filled with women.
statistics say most of them, 70%, almost 70% of them end up in jails, um, uh,
70% of what?
not graduating, and a whole lot of stuff. Smoking weed, doing a
No, no,
lot
tell me what is
of
70%?
guns. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
No,
you this.
no, tell me what you was. I didn't understand what you were saying. You said the children or the single. What did you say? Says the statistics say
Yeah,
about what?
what with women raising in a single parent
Okay,
household,
okay.
more of them unlikely to go to jail, get killed. They're more emotional. They get emotion. Have you ever been to the projects? That's filled with women and kids that's in the projects with the guns, point them at the camera, tell them, "Oh, I'm from Cartier Projects. I'm from this project. We ain't got no daddy. I'll shoot you. This, that, yeah, all them, yeah." You feel what I'm saying? These are the ones that's being raised like that. But when you see, even when you have a man raising a child by himself, the stats even go way up because men are more disciplinarians. Women let a lot of stuff slide. They let their women go out and dress half naked, they little children, wear the tights and all that type of stuff. A man is more over this man, baby. You can't put that on. Go change. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you know,
Uh,
I agree. I agree. But we need most of these men around to try and put a stop to this. Because I think the backbone of something is to be the strongest link in the group or in this situation. If the man stay active just because you don't live with the child, be around that child enough where you'll know that my daughter around here wearing Daisy Dukes. Say something to the child, and the child would know my daddy said not to wear this. Although mommy say it's cool,
'Cause
but
I
because
do
my
this.
daddy said most children move faster when daddy says something.
Right. And then I say this: women that disagree with me, look at the houses that's run with a man in the house over things, and when it's a woman in the house over things. And I'm gonna say a man that's active in the house because you have men that's in the house but have no power now. So you have a single household that has a mother and she might have two, three kids, but because that kid ain't his kid, she don't expect him to be able to discipline or tell her kid what to do. We are moving like this. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men are in houses where they still can't tell a kid what to do. They still can't discipline him or tell him, how to move. They can't even give him words, good words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Mm.
don't know. Let's come down on these comments right quick. Go ahead. Let's run them down.
Monet said, "Cause it always mama's baby, papa maybe. Regardless if there are not the women, if they are not, the women has to hold it down." She's
Okay.
saying in the household.
Right. Come
They
on.
may have the money, but it's not no foundation for the kids they have. The women taking care of the home and the kids. And that's why I'm saying most women are backbone of our society. You know, when we're talking
But,
about
but
society, we can only talk from where we are.
so then, if okay, do you feel like the black people are in a good place?
No.
All right, then. So they might be the. Well, I give you this. If they the backbone, I backbone ain't doing a real good job.
Right.
If
And I,
you
I
if
can
you
agree. I can
raising
agree.
if you raising the kids, see, and I think this the problem sometimes. Women got to learn how to take accountability, the good with the bad. See, when the child do good and he make straight A's and he go out to the Air Force and he do all that good stuff, she say, "That's my baby. I did that." But when he go to jail, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know when I lost him. But you lost him.
But still,
You know
that's
what
the
I'm saying?
thing. That's the thing with us as women. We don't know exactly when our sons or daughters will go astray. Not all the time. We notice something different, but we don't always know how to handle when the changes come. When these girls turn 13 and 14, start smelling themselves, that's when we start trying to lock them down and put a clink clink on them. And it may already be too late. Monet said that's not in every household, the man.
Yeah.
We doing what we can with what we have, though. That's true. And we are. We
I
don't
agree.
know all the answers. Men don't know all the answers. Men can't
What
raise
is it?
daughters all the time, and some can't
Kay
already
said,
question.
Kay said women been running the household. Yeah, in certain household, yes, women been running households. Even back in slavery days, I talked about that last show. They've been running the household. Let me see. He said men
Yeah,
just the money.
bring the money, and we do what it takes to maintain. That's what I
I
mean.
said just. Boy, that's
Yeah.
something else to just say they just bring the money. I
What
mean,
else?
but listen, that goes on the whole topic here. The underappreciation of the money, even of the money to make stuff happen. Because people don't realize how you think Jeff Bezos' wife got rich, Bill Gates, right? A lot of these women became billionaires because they divorced high quality men. And guess what a lot of them did? Just like what's his name? Jeff Bill Gates' wife. She got all that money. She started giving it away. And what's now? Once she got her half, she started giving stuff away, doing this and doing that. But it's like it's no like real structure sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like like a lot of men like. Well, can you name uh um what's the name that was started a company, a big company that was started by a woman that she didn't get the money from divorcing a man?
I mean, but why would I even want to think about that when that's not having anything to do
No, I'm
with
saying
what
like,
she just said? Because you just said you went from taking the word just out of what she stated and
yeah.
pulled on that and went to woman being divorced and won the man's money because just because you brought the money, face the truth and admit this one time that the men mostly bring the money and we maintain the order of the house.
Yeah. Which not been doing a good job. We have found it out. All right, come on.
Well, that's why you have helpmates. You know, if the woman can't handle something in the
Oh
house, when
man,
she think,
she
no,
calling the
listen,
man
it's
help
still
me.
no, but listen, it's still a team. He brought the money. They're
No, I'm asking.
together.
Was she calling him to help me? Mate?
Isn't that what that is?
No, I'm asking. So he bring the money, and so now we done flipped it around where the woman is the main thing, and the man is the helpmate. That's what you're saying.
Listen, no,
That's what
this
you're
is
saying in so many
no,
words.
no, I'm not. I said it directly how it is. Don't twist
Mhm.
it. Just accept the truth. The man bring them. Just say we in the household together.
Okay.
The man bring the money. The woman maintain the order, pay the bills, keep the house going, nurturing. He got his meal, everything he need, bath, clothes clean for work. You're bringing in the money, right? But
Uh-huh.
if there's something that is out of whack that she can't handle, that's when you are helpmates one to another. That's when you step in and say, man, I need you here. We
So
are the weaker vessel, so why not?
hold on. So you saying the man is the helpmate then?
We are helpmates one to another.
When the Bible wrote it,
But we
who
ain't talking about the
hold on,
Bible. We
hold
helping
on.
each other.
Who
You bring the
who
money,
who supposed to be the helpmate?
the woman.
Mm.
But you're not supposed to help at all. Is that what you're saying?
No, I hear what you're saying.
Well,
But you
I'm
said
talking common sense. I'm just talking just commonly speaking,
no, the man supposed to,
without
hold on.
bringing anything
The
biblical in.
man
I'm
supposed to
just
be
asking.
the head of the household and she supposed to be the helpmate.
Okay. So then you can't help when help is needed. So you're just there just to be the head and nothing else. So if she needs your help, you can't help her.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna just throw this out here, Wes, because I don't, you know, just like the lines. You know, I know you hate when I go to the
I knew
lines.
some animals was coming, but
Okay,
that's okay.
okay. All right. When the women they go out there and hunt, they take care of the kids. They they send in their little pride. La 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 la. You know one thing, the big buffalo don't mess with them. The zebra, the wasn't all these animals, the hyenas, and all that don't mess with them. You know why? Because they can do a ooh, ooh, and hit that number a couple of times. And some dude just started walking out the bushes, ready to handle and kill anything that's bothering them. Because just because you don't see him every day, don't mean he ain't out running stuff and making stuff happen to make everything come together. So, a lot of times back in the day, and I think that's why I say unappreciated. I remember back in the day when men was bred to be men, where they came out here and went on and tried to buy houses and all that stuff. And they used to work hard. And then the women used to get the house after the husband died. He done set up everything for her to be able to raise the grandkids and live 20, 30 years after he done died.
Mm.
Because of the actions that he set it up to make sure stuff was paid for, stuff when he died, the insurance or whatever, handled the rest of everything for a long time. And we got out of there. Got out of there. Come on with it.
So they said, where are the dads though? Locked up, unalive, left responsibility on the woman?
And
No,
most of them,
they're in the other house taking care of some other man's
okay,
children.
I'm gonna do this. No, we're gonna talk about the ones she talking about. The ones that's locked up, half of them locked up because the woman told on, or the one that sent them to jail. The way and the other one left. They're talking about left the responsibility. A lot of them unalive because a woman calling him while he sitting at home. She at the club. Man, smack her on the booty. She done called him all the way from the house for him to come down there and get killed when she could have just left her ass from the club and went on and didn't even have to say nothing. I mean, it's a lot of things that a lot of men die for that could have been what's name if you had the proper woman that wouldn't put you in them type of circumstances. Just like we were saying about all these see-through clothes and all that. If you got a man, you shouldn't be out here presenting yourself a certain kind of way to put him where he got to protect you because you are putting it so out here that you making it him hard to be able to protect you. That part. Come on. Dad is not around because half of the women putting them out. Look, the women own it. Look, the women having what you call it, the little sometimes Section 8 houses, sometimes assistant houses and all that. The man in there, as soon as the man act up, she put him out. She know the government gonna take care.
Everybody gonna be looking for a place to stay.
Look, gonna make him pay child support, and that's how it roll. And then the child support places they're to break a man, break him and do what they will with him. He said he ain't no man then. I don't know what that's pertaining to. What's up, Marcus, the bartender in here? Do you hear this stuff, Marcus? Oh, okay, my bad. Let me stay on voicemail. Nowhere. She said, trying to figure it out. Wow. Yes, we do. The environment around them. Okay, you supposed to get them up out the environment. What about that part? If the woman saying she the backbone, this and that, why do the backbones don't come together and stop our women and stop our children from carrying all these guns, pants hanging off their asses, all that? Because they coming in y'all house with their pants hanging off their ass, with the guns in your house, staying in your house with guns, with big old 30-round clips and stuff hanging out their pants and all that. We ain't talking about that though. That's one thing we ain't talking about. When it's rolling blunts right in front of your house, sitting in your car, smoking it outside in the car in your driveway. Yeah, they doing all that at your house. Yeah, the backbones. Yeah, the backbones of the nation. Yeah, taking us down,
Now you see how now you see at
taking us
first you said
down through that. Look
at
at
first you
Chicago.
just yes, at
Look
first
at
you said
Chicago. That 3,000 people
okay,
getting killed a year. Okay.
okay,
All right. This is what we doing.
okay. I'm gonna let you have that.
Backbone.
At first you were saying it wasn't true. Now that you said it is true,
Okay.
okay,
And now
then
watch this.
now you want to bring out all just the negative, and that's
Okay, she
crazy.
said money doesn't bring structure. Okay, but without money, there's no structure because there's no bills being paid, there's no roof over the house, and lights getting cut off, and all that stuff. So we got to stop playing like money don't cause no factor in a lot of stuff that's going on.
No,
Money,
she said no. She said structure.
yeah, it do because money can bring you out of a bad neighborhood into a better neighborhood, into
Listen,
better,
neighborhoods does not determine the structure of these children.
yeah. It does.
No, no,
Being raised in the
you can
wrong
raise a
neighborhood.
child in a look at the children that's raised in these nice neighborhoods. They kill their parents. So it is more to it. It's more to it than just listen. Money does not bring just structure.
Some of
It
these
does.
kids straight crazy. Some of these kids straight crazy. I'm just saying. She said money can't raise kids. Yeah. And
It
uh
spoils
right
them.
now, but we know who can raise killers. That was a good shot, dude. You can't even say nothing. That was a good one. Yeah, you got go on give me my props on that one. Now that was a good one there.
I'm not going there with you.
What up now with that Embra? Yeah. Oh Lord, I'm another one. I'm Jelly, Jalal, Jalal, Jalal. Let me see.
Just say EJ.
Jalal and then Jalal. Huh? EJ.
Say EJ.
What up, EJ? Up in there, his ass. Now see, I need to do more of that. Hey, KW. No.
They say you got it twisted because you want to be the man. Darn a lion, we still maintain. We go out and kill for y'all and feed y'all. The lioness.
Yeah, we outside raising them killers.
Not
Okay, my
raising.
bad.
I can't stand you right now.
Now you had to give me props on that because I lined on good. Okay.
He left the money, but who raising the kids?
But we raising the killers. Okay, I understand.
They belong to the street.
Come on
Men
with it.
can be men, but women still handle business.
Okay, I can get with that one. I can get with that one. Come on.
See, we supposed to get them out, left on us. We working. So we have to work to provide too, because that little $22 child support ain't nothing.
Well, we just heard the new statistic: women going to jail more than men. We got to start looking at these statistics. These women getting gangster. Hey, look, when you ride down the highway, we be talking that mess, but I see a lot of women picking up paper now. Good luck trying to blame it all on men. A lot of women in jail now.
Marcus, the bartender, he had a question, and I was trying to see, does he still have a question? He raised his hand, did he?
Oh, he probably just saying, hey.
Oh, well, hey. I thought he had a question.
Hey, everybody. Then he came down and raised his hand. If he had a question, he know how to answer. I ain't scared. Yeah, answer the question. He said, right, and thank you. Okay, my bad. He said we didn't make them by ourselves, so.
So you supposed to say it like that. So
But but you told me they is what they eat. They are how they raise. So who raising the kill? Who raising them killers? Who raising them boys who go out there and buy them stimulus guns?
well,
I was talking about.
but who
You
didn't
remember them
help
stimulus
raise them?
guns?
Who didn't try to make a change in their children's
Hold on.
lives? Then
You remember when I told you about them stimulus guns who gonna hit
I
the
remember.
market?
I remember.
You remember that? Is you stuck or that's just me? That probably just me.
Yes, that's you.
Great,
They
great,
trying to figure it out. Men lead us to the streets, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Okay. Why we got dudes out here 11, 12 years old, this and that, and out here on death row, killing and all that type of stuff. You
Because their
know,
daddies left them and left them on the mama.
oh,
That's
they
why.
daddy didn't never know them. I mean, a lot of them,
Why not?
they were they look, the mama didn't even, some of them, the mama don't even know the daddy. How many times we grew up, and I'm gonna tell you this, I remember watching Maury, and how many times I see the woman get tested 10 times. You are not the father. And you be like, damn, they still ain't. One woman got tested 22 times. Man, tell me, come on now. It ain't but 31 days in a month. Come on now. Come on now.
You were doubling up.
Ain't no way. She said, and it was okay for the men to leave us to figure it all out. I don't think men just left because the stats show that 80% of women are leaving men. We are not looking at this real true stats.
Wait a minute.
Because
When you talk about leaving, are you talking about once being married, or what stats are you talking about? You saying that women have these babies and decide to leave these men and take the children with them? Is that what you're saying?
he said, say it again.
Tell me when you're ready to listen.
I'm listening. Go ahead. You said
Okay,
what?
so you telling me that women, the stats are saying that women have these baby and 80% of them decide to leave the man with and take the kid?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many women out there if could leave the kid with the daddy, they would?
Listen, it happened to me. And I'm glad I had a baby mama that said, you can come get them whenever you want.
I know, right?
I'm just saying, everybody
You
didn't,
know
and
what?
then just like what's name said, I am one of the men that raw like the line, and I ain't want to be denied in a certain kind of way either. So a lot of people, some men demand to be in their child life, and some
That's
men
what I'm saying.
hope
Some men
to be in
do.
hope to be in their child life. And
Well, you
some
know
men
what?
don't even know if it's his child, so he don't care either way.
But you know what I have seen in society here lately? There are so many women depriving the children of being a part of their parents' life. You know, till you have these men out here, somebody is out here spreading the word to these men on how to go out here and fight to get your children or to be a part of their lives. And they are doing that now because some women so immaturely use the children as pawn against the man to try and get them to work according to them.
Can I answer the question?
The men that know that they have kids out here and leave them on baby mamas knowing they his kids though.
Okay, can I answer that?
Go ahead.
Okay, the reason they are that I say some of them, I don't know. Everybody have a different.
Well, nothing we're saying is everybody. We just
Some of the reason that a lot of men are leaving their kids out here on their baby mamas is one thing, the baby mama never really liked them. The next thing is sometimes the baby mama is the one that's trying to put him in jail. He's trying to stay out of jail. So sometimes you just got to stay away from your baby mama to stay out of jail. So let me tell you something. We just ain't gonna put this like there's women out here that just like all men. There's some women out here that don't like men, and they done transferred over. They done left men alone. They don't like them. They say they tarnish bound or whatever. But a lot of women have lied to put men in jail. I have been one that been lied to on to get put in jail or whatever. Women have done a lot of things because they can't whoop a man ass. They fight with their mouth, with their tongue, the evil tongue. It's said in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
You better stop putting all this stuff in the Bible.
that ain't, that ain't that ain't in the Bible.
I don't recall that in the Bible.
Because every time I heard of a woman deceiving a man, I heard it from the Bible. I'm sorry. even the dude that got his hair cut off by the woman, come on now, that wasn't in the Bible either. When she cut off his hair, so he won't have the street, so they can come in there and get him. Come on, man. Somebody got to tell me now. Some of this stuff
true. That was true. That was true. About the hair, that was in the Bible. And then, a helpmate, that ain't in that. It's a helper, but anyway, we know what a helpmate is, but you gotta say that's in the Bible. When people say that's in the Bible, they're like, okay, it's in the Bible.
The men are
like I would not put more on you than you can bear. That is not
what
in
I'm
the
gonna
Bible.
put on that. What I'm gonna put on that. What man at 14 and 15 is stable? Yeah, I got to learn how to teach y'all children to close their legs. And these folks having babies at 14, 15, 16. We ain't talking about this. These women having kids and having whole bridal showers promoting the kids and while they still in
baby showers.
They still a baby having babies, and y'all having
and then
a
they
whole
do these
baby
lavish
shower.
baby showers that they dress it up
and
like
they
it's
still
an
in
actual
school.
wedding.
They ain't even got no job. The man don't got no job.
Thousands.
The dude don't even know what he want to do for a living. He ain't got that 9th grade with a baby. Come on now. You would think he's gonna stay with this woman forever. He ain't even grew up yet. He don't even know himself yet. Shit. You having all these babies at some of these babies having babies at 11 and 12. You thinking that they still in school. And then they still who the baby by? Hell, they listen to Kashina Doll or whatever her name, the damn rapper, and listen to some of these women, and then you expect these boys. These boys are crying out here. I remember going to the gym and talking to this boy. He was like, man, he went rough out here, man. I mean, they rough out here. I done seen them. They got guns. They rough out here. These women rough out here. They looking at you, frowning. You know what I'm saying? And this at 12. These ain't no grown women. These at 12. And these jokers running around here frowning at you. I told you remember when I told you in here, when I went to Walmart that time, and I told you I walked and the little girl bumped into me and looked me up and down. And you remember I told you that? I said it on the show. These women are gangster at an early age. They already learning on the movies how to throw men across the room and all that stuff. And now they Superwoman, ain't no Superman no more. Now they Wolverine girl, ain't no what. Now that she Hook, ain't no Hook no more. I mean, good night. I told you they were gonna take everybody. Didn't I tell you they were gonna take every character that was a man and make it a woman? They didn't just get their own woman and make her a woman. They didn't just use Wonder Woman. They didn't get another Wonder Woman and just try to. They took every character that used to be a man. Batman, they had to get a Batgirl. I mean, they ain't even call her Catgirl no more. Now she Batgirl. See, I'm telling you now, they doing this. They the one I told you some years ago that they were going, every movie was going to be the star, was going to be a woman star. Didn't I tell you that? Ain't we at that point?
We've been there.
I'm just saying, man. Everybody be. Did you read that?
She said, hollering. I see these men every day leave these women because they really never wanted kids.
Duh, they ain't they kids. Hell, it's another dude find out there's his kids on down the line. These men know that I'm dark skinned and she dark skinned, and the goddamn kid come out looking like kid and play. Ain't no way this my child. Come on now. Hey,
It's a slim possibility.
His whole white dudes and white woman, and he holding a black baby, and he up there like this might be my child. Come on, man, we got to keep it real. When men are getting sucked.
Before this white guy, he had a dark baby, and she was saying he was the father, and I'm like, oh my God, they're so scary. She said you got to learn responsibility, then still need to be raised.
Yeah.
Talking about these boys and girls having these little babies at 15.
Yeah, I mean, they listen. And that's why a lot of them ain't together, because you coming up and you got young ladies, by the time they get 20, I done seen 20-year-olds with 4 kids. I read. They ain't even able to drink yet, but they got 4 children. Come on now.
Yeah. I mean, I know personal people that have babies at 13.
How do you mean gonna stay in these households? And then you got social media. All the kids got cell phone. Put them on. He can't even sleep. Joker filming him while he sleep, fucking with him and all that. He got to go. He got to go. If I was a stepdaddy now, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. Every kid got a phone. I can see myself at night. Come on, bring your phones in and lock them in this lockbox. Shit, click yours too. Wifey on TikTok. Everybody making a video. Every day. I remember back in the day, man, they want everybody to know what's in his household. Oh, not no more. They making TikTok videos and everything all through his house, all in his room, yeah, all that stuff. And then wondering how the robbers, when they went on vacation, know everything in their house. Hell, all you gotta do is look at TikTok and tell you everything around his house. Come on with it.
She said, so like I said, regardless, they gotta be raised. They got 4 daddies. Where are they though?
Yeah, they got 4 daddies, and don't none of them know which one the real daddy. That's the problem. We ain't got no accountability. Like when we start doing it just like they doing in Memphis now, that if you sign a birth certificate now, you got to be tested before you can sign a birth certificate. And that's the best law they could ever pass, because all these women that been playing
a lot of guys.
Been playing around out here. Don't mess around and get tested, and then that dude ain't got enough time to calm down. He gonna get tested on the jump street, and he gonna be so happy. He gonna be like, "Oh, I got my first baby. He gonna find out from the door. His dudes right now that have been raising children 10, 15 years and finding out this year that ain't now one of them his children. I'm sick of this. We talking all this stuff, all this whole type of stuff. They need to do better. I'm telling you, man, they need to do better. And they know half of these dudes don't even know they don't even have no kids. Some of these dudes just finding out that they ain't even fertile and they got 5 children. Some of these dudes just find out they can't even have babies. Somebody do like going to the doctor, be like, hey, you ain't got, the doctor tell him you ain't got no kids, don't it? He like, I got 5. No, it's showing right here. You ain't even fertile. How you have kids? That what she told me. I'm telling you now, this dude right there, right now, that got kids all over the place and ain't got none. I remember a dude taking a blood test of all this what's name. Find out none of his kids here. Man, this stuff, man, listen.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That ought to be so devastating for the man. Just think about one that's been in their life. I know this guy, he had been in his son's life 9 years. His wife decided to leave him for their pastor. So he took a test just to like tick her off, you know. And he took the test and found out that was not his son.
Right.
So
probably wasn't the pastor's son either. That's what's happening. And two dudes going to court and thinking they the son, and they don't want them the son. What the hell? That's what's happening. And see, y'all don't watch Maury. Y'all don't watch divorce court and all that. All these people going to court and find out that he ain't the child, and the dude he thought that was the daddy ain't the daddy either. What the hell you been doing, woman? Shit, you don't even know. Goddamn, I don't know. It's 100% it's one of them. Listen, you 100% lying, because ain't no way. This test say I'm no 0%, and he's 0%, and you got both of us. Come on, man.
Monet said that's nasty work. He shouldn't have been having sex without protection.
Well, listen, when the man is having sex without protection, he don't know that his woman is out there having sex without protection and having all kind of babies shot up in her. That's why these dudes be sitting up there talking about eating all this old coochie and you eating cum. Because goddamn it, they done shot up, the man that shot all up in the club before you made it up. He just jumped out the window.
What kind of life do you live? Lord have mercy. My goodness, you're so nasty. You know about that stuff, don't it?
He done shot up the club. He done shot up the club. I'm just saying, though. But, I mean, this is real life stuff. I mean,
I see.
I grew up on watching Jerry Springer. See, it's off now. But it already did its damage.
Dead.
You done, huh?
Jerry's dead. Jerry Springer is dead.
When he died.
He
Jerry
died.
Jerry was just a judge the other day. Hold on, man. Let me see. Yeah, I think you did no field. Is Jerry Springer alive? Yup. 79 years old.
1 year after he retired from his television career, Springer died of pancreatic
Damn.
cancer on April 27th.
Oh, he died the other year.
You are not the father?
Paula, listen. Jerry Springer was out here. Jerry Springer, Maury. Is Maury still alive?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Maury, you are not the father. Maury, Jerry Springer.
What's the black judge name that
Jerry
does
Springer,
paternity?
dude, Jerry Springer used to have an "Oh, you in love with his daddy." I mean, come on now. This done affected us. This done affected men all around the world. Come on now. I mean, I'm just saying. This stuff really done affected us. I mean, people really divorce court. You're not about. And what's the other one? There's one.
What's the late DNA diagnostic testing lady?
And then the dude that used to be on Jerry Springer's show.
Steve Wilco.
Yeah, the bodyguard.
He had his own show.
Yeah, and he was even showing how he was having people lie detector tests and then find out everybody had been touching the kids and all kind of stuff. Man, come on now. It's just too much going on. There's too much going on.
Judge Larry. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Is it
Good
good
night,
night?
K. How long I can do it? KW. Good night, and have a nice night.
You put on your Merry Christmas voice. Yeah, Judge
Yeah,
Lauren. Thank you, Monet.
yeah. But you feel what I'm saying, though. I mean, I'm just saying that this stuff has ruined us. This stuff has ruined society. All these shows, and then they start doing copycat shows. You're not the fire, and then look at cheaters. These dude
Oh,
working, dude climbing over their fences, all of it. She having a whole little dinners across town, and what's name? They come. We got her right now. You ready to go in? You ready to go in? Come on. They running through the nice restaurant. Oh, this is how we doing it. And this how we doing it. Come on now. You ain't remember seeing this. You ain't remember that. Oh, baby, this what you doing? I am tired. You are boring. I want to move on. I'm sorry. I just don't like you no more. You know, you never could satisfy me. I mean, that's when all of it come out. Right there on camera. Golly. Your stuff was never big enough. I mean, come on, man. Just throwing the joker under the bus on camera. I don't like you no more. We broke up like 2 days ago. You been cheating for a week though. They been following you for 2 weeks. I'm just saying. Okay, come on.
so mama's just stuck to figure it out, regardless, like I said. Monet said, I'm sticking to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yup, and then sticking
He
to
just
it.
acting like he don't even see it. Yeah, that's
Hey,
what it
look.
is, Monet. We
Guess what?
stop
What's
regardless.
the
We got to figure it out.
What's the record? I want to know that before we get out. Can you do your fast hand typing? The record on how many paternity tests on Maury that he is not the father. You know how many men that the most men they have ever tested on Maury that was not the father. Because I remember one time it was like 20 something. And I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. And yeah, I'm telling you now, I remember one girl and she was kind of fat. Oh, she tested 20 dudes. I'm telling you now.
They said over 3,000.
Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen.
I'm not putting that on the screen.
How can you test 3,000? How can you find 3,000 people in a couple months?
Okay, no. He was saying
Talking
as a
about one
whole.
person.
He said one person, Shalonda. Shalonda holds the most record for the DNA test.
White girl, what?
She tested 19 tests for 3 children.
And never found the father. You know what I'm trying to tell you, man? This stuff ain't right, man. This stuff ain't right. Come on now. It's just 3 months for pregnancy. Come on now. How many times? I know I remember a white girl. She got tested a bunch of times. She was selling coochie and everything. He ain't even know. He ain't even know. The man didn't even know. She was out there selling coochie trying to find out that she was a streetwalker. He ain't even know.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, man. It was the white girl. I remember. She got
Georgette.
20 to some time.
Mm-hmm.
Before she found what did she ever find?
It doesn't say.
How many times she got tested?
It said 14. You said it was more. It was one with 20.
One, yeah, and 20. Who been tested over 20 times? And didn't and before they found the daddy. I'm telling you, they brought one girl on there so much. I was like, golly. Come on, man.
Shalonda, the only person, she been there 19 times.
Okay. Well, that 19 is
But
enough.
we're saying not 19 tests. She been there 19 times trying to find the parent of her children.
Oh, but it might have been more than 19 tests. If she
Yeah,
made,
because she been there 19 times.
yeah, and was testing different dudes. Because I remember the
Yeah.
first time she tested like 3 dudes. The first time she wasn't white.
She was black.
It was. I remember a white girl did that. I was like, wow. She wasn't even that. She wasn't like even good looking like that.
Let me see.
I'm telling you. Lord, the things we get into. Ooh,
I know you be all over the place. You do this.
nah, man,
You
this
make
is
us want to see.
man. I'm telling you, man. I just want to know. Sometimes you want to know. I want to know what's going on. My bad. I bet you. Mocha. I'm gonna do it. I bet you know. I bet she typing up right now, trying to find the what's name. I bet she found out who got tested all them times.
If you do, girl, let me know.
Man, you gonna make me let me see.
I think it was the girl Marshall.
Who had the most tests on the Maury Povich show that didn't find their baby? Oh, now you got it right. 17 times did not find the father. The Shalonga girl and Tabitha was next with 12. And Shalika was name. Ooh, there's a lot of them, boy. Ooh, they got rows of that stuff. Ooh, Solanda, let me see. God dang, she got 19. How long she test of 19 children. Found father of 2 out of 3. Marshall found father was name tested 16, tested 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Golly. Oh, golly. The same Shalanda, she tested after that. She didn't find the father at first, but she tested 2 more times. 2.5 more times. 19.3. Let me see. Man, we be looking at everything. Lord have mercy. Boy, he had a hell of a run. You are not the father. And then you know what makes it so bad? The judge even worse. Because at least when Morris said it, I thought he was lying a couple of times. I'd be like, when the judge said, you know, it just, you be like, oh man, ooh wee, ooh wee. I'm telling you that. So I wonder, can we find overall of it, or we just got to do the Marvin show?
Probably the show that it was on. Or,
Lord.
I don't think they'll get together and say, hey, let's do a number of diagnostics done. Your statistics probably can just tell you how many people were tested and were not. I just knew a guy recently. He was getting the test of this little baby, little young girl said he was the father. And his mama said, oh, hold on. This means I have to take care of this baby. She took the baby to get a test, and he was not the father. But he's so slow. When he met her, he probably been with her about 6 months. Then she had a baby. So that should have let him know then. But some men can't count.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna get off that. I'm gonna stop that because
Yeah,
I be messing around, be watching that stuff tonight. Don't know what I'm
you
doing.
probably will.
Okay, what we let me see. Okay, let me get back on this thing. What she said? Uh-oh, said, dang, she white. Let me see. She said, dang, screaming. Then she said, dang, she white. He said, what kind of coochie they got? Jesus. I'm telling you, man, because a lot of people didn't see this. I seen it growing up, wasn't it? I used to, let me tell you something. I used to be out here in the streets then. I used to make sure, like, it was something about when Morris Show came on or Jerry Springer, and man, you were glued to the TV. What they say? Who did this today? You know what I'm saying? It just, man, you'd be like, wow, again? Yeah. I mean, it was raw back then. So I don't know. I think the worst one was Jerry Springer though, because Jerry Springer he bringing out the daddy. And she done had a baby by your daddy, and oh
Your
man,
brother, your uncles,
yeah,
all that
she
stuff.
in love with your brother. Hunter, brother, her and your brother want to get married. They've been sleeping behind. They think the baby is theirs. They want to take a paternity test. Man, it been so much, man. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying. Whew. I don't know what to say.
Good night.
That's what we probably gonna have to say. Let me get ready to pull us out of this style. I guess because we're gonna.
He cold. She belongs to the streets.
Linda, listen, Linda. Listen.
Okay, what?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Got him. Got him.
Oh, you know it's one more.
Bye, Felicia. Y'all fancy.
Yeah, but how they say, we ain't got to go home, but we're gonna have to get the hell up out of here.
That
Let me see what look at Miss Lady said, nasty work. Woo! She ought to see, she mess around and just got a whiff of what we went through. I see all them dudes old and dead and stuff, and maybe you didn't see them face to face, but all that psychologically messed us up. You know, it messed a lot of men up. You know, looking at their woman. You like my dad? Why you always smiling at my dad?
you better watch it.
You know what I'm saying?
Daddy.
I'll tell you that. So you know, everybody always like that's my cousin. See you now. You know, so we always what's my good night. We were glad you was able to my little chaos tonight and this and that. I know we all got to get some sleep. I think the rain done stopped.
No.
It's time to go to sleep now. The rain done stopped. Oh, it's still raining. It surely is still raining. My bad. Well, I tried. Well, good night. I got to do it. Good night, MM. And have a nice have a nice night. And I'll see you next week on the show and all that good old stuff. And well, you know, all that old good stuff. You know what we do when we on the show and all that. my daughter told me I got to get some life in my ass. So I got some life, and I had you up there. I did like that. And don't forget to like and share. And we will see you next week.
Hey,
Go ahead.
good night to you, Kia. Know it all.
Man, man.
Oh, I kill myself. I kill myself. I
Sorry,
know. I
man.
should quit my day job. I know.
And on that note, we'll see y'all next Tuesday. Let me. Oh, okay, we got it running across the bottom because I was just about to say it's time to run it. Let's give you another laugh. Oh, yes, you deserve all that. We'll see y'all next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. We eat some night owls and all that old kind of stuff and all that old stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna be on the radio somewhere doing something. All right, peace.
Good night, everybody.
Got it. Like last year. Bye bye.